Hey, welcome to Walking the Financial Highline with Matt. I'm here with Highline Financial Coaching, and I'm excited to be with you today and to talk more about investing in real estate. Our last video, we talked about some of those basics and how to prepare yourself to invest in real estate. That seems like a pretty hot topic. Right now, some people are very concerned about investing in real estate, and some people are very excited about it. There's a couple different times to invest in real estate. There's when interest rates are really good and you can jump in pretty easy. And then there's times like right now. Interest rates are higher, but it also means there's a lot more properties on the market. So the people with money and that are in a good position are able to jump on some of those existing properties now and be able to take advantage of better discounts or even owner financing and taking over some of these properties while the interest rates are higher. So there's a lot of different ways. The reason I love real estate is because there's always a solution to every problem. Now, for a lot of people out there, you may say, well, you know what, there are a lot of problems. And there can be, depending on how you get into it. But today we want to talk about the finances of getting into real estate, whether it's the right time for you now or whether the right time is going to be in a couple of years from now. After I did the video last week, I realized I didn't share our story about getting into our latest investment property. It was interesting. My wife and I, a couple of years ago, were on a retreat with the company I was at. It was a retreat for some of our top representatives in the company, and we had this great coaching class about how to invest more in real estate. And one of the first things it said was, you've got to be able to cash flow every single month. And I looked at my wife, and at that time, we weren't cash flowing. We were starting to develop this business. We still weren't making the money we needed to even break even. So we hadn't even hit that first portion of investing in real estate, being able to handle our own finances at that time. We were going through some big transitions, and we felt like it was hopeless. But we set a goal to be able to buy an investment property within a year. And so that whole year, I wrote down my goal. I wrote it down right at that first of the year and said I was going to get into an investment property that year. And that year was slow. Things weren't happening the way I wanted them to. And that goal was in the back of my head all year long. We want to get into an investment property. How are we going to make it happen? Well, you need money. How do you get money? And I remember it was October, and I was coaching a lot of people into investment properties, and in the back of my head again, it was like, okay, you're still not in this investment property. What are you going to do? This was a big goal you set. Things were supposed to happen, and I still wasn't there. And I remember driving with my wife one day and looking over and saying, I don't know if we're going to get an investment property this year. And it was in October of 2020. So the middle of COVID, everything was going on. We weren't sure if it was a good time to get in. I had just helped my brother get into a property in a major city, just helped him get into a property that he turned into an Airbnb, and it was doing really, really well. So I was so excited to get into an investment property, and we were setting ourselves up with our finances and making sure everything was in order. And I got a call from my brother saying that there was a property available in the building that he had an investment property in already. So I already knew the numbers. We ran the numbers. I knew it was a great deal, great property. It was priced a little higher than I wanted to pay. So what I did at the time is didn't have all the funding that I needed. So I had a lot of people that wanted to partner up. So I found a partner that had the money, I had the property and the know-how on how to get this Airbnb up and running. And so we partnered up and created an LLC. And within the next couple of weeks, we were able to acquire this property and get into a better position to get this investment property. And we closed, I think, the very last week of October. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, hey, we set this goal. We went out, we achieved this goal and got this investment property. And then for the next couple of weeks, I spent a lot of time at IKEA. And for those of you that have bought furniture at IKEA, know that it takes forever to put that stuff together. So I even bought 2 of the same beds, Took me the exact same amount of time to put them both together. So even practicing on the first one didn't help me build the second one any faster. But we got that all ready over Thanksgiving, and we actually launched that Airbnb the day after Christmas of 2020. Somebody rented it. We had somebody in there till New Year's Eve. They left, and I was like, okay, this is our first space. This is where we're testing how things work. My family, we weren't going to go up and clean it that first day that the guests left because it was still the holiday season. And then somebody contacted me and said, hey, we want to rent that property for the entire month of January. So we went up, cleaned it. And so our condo actually rented for about, I think it was 43 days straight right after we put it on the market. And it was an incredible investment for us. But we had to prepare ourselves to get into that position. So if you're thinking you want to get into investments or investment properties and you don't know where to start, your finances are the best place to start, because whether you're ready or not now, if you can get yourself into a position, there'll always be a good deal when you're in a position to jump. But if you got your finances in order, then you're able to jump when that moment arises. So I have somebody that I've been coaching for the last 3 months, and they're excited to get to that next level. How do we bring in residual income for emergencies or for retirement down the road? And it was so much fun to meet with them this last week and say, guess what? You guys are in a position right now to jump on any investment you want to do, any reasonable investment you want to do if it arises. And they were so surprised to hear that, because they didn't think it could happen within a matter of months. Some people, it's going to happen within a matter of months. Some people, it may take a year or two. You want to make sure that you build up your credit score, build up your ability to borrow money. If you don't have a rich uncle that's going to lend you all the money to buy a property, then you can build it up, build yourself up into a position where you can do that. If you already have a house, you're already investing in real estate, and that's a good first step by getting into your house, paying down your debts, making sure that your credit score is in a position where you could do that. So at Highline Financial Coaching, we've coached thousands of people into investment properties and bettering their finances so they're ready to take that leap. And it's one of my favorite things to do as a coach is get that phone call that says, Matt, we just got our first investment property. It was scary. It was awesome. And now we're moving forward with our investments and feeling a lot better about where we're going to be with our retirement. So if this video was interesting to you, go ahead and click subscribe, like it, send it to a friend. Here at Highline Financial Coaching, we love to get people into a position to take that first step. If it's your first home or whether it's your 10th home, we'd love to chat with you and see if there's a way to get you there even quicker. So again, this is Matt with Walking the Financial Highline with Highline Financial Coaching. Have a great day.